People, welcome to another edition of that finger tapping frenzy that we all know and love, the WWE SuperCard. With me, Big Jim, and Ninja Boy. And who are you playing with today, mate? Looks like AJ Styles and Brock Lesnar. What was that?
SuperCard dance.
SuperCard dance.
SuperCard dance.
Not aware of that one. Do you do that one at home, people? SuperCard dance? Don't think it's going to catch on. Don't think it's going to be one of those things. Anyway, what are we doing here today? We are taking, not our first steps, but some giant strides on that road to glory.
Bear in mind I've been at school.
Bear in mind he's been at school for 2 days, because this is Friday evening, so obviously there's 2 full days still to go. But we do have not 1, but 2 Hardys to chase. Not Oliver, Matt and Jeff. So it's going to take a bit of effort, and a bit of grinding. I'm pleased to say this lad here has been doing exactly that. Putting in the effort, putting in the grinding.
Yeah, I've been doing my best.
Been doing his best.
When I've got home from school.
Before we just have a look at that, I will just say, King of the Ring. I've just had enough of these WrestleMania 33 King of the Rings.
And I just do power up King of the Rings.
I got to yet another quarterfinal, and yet again somebody who I'd beaten in the ladder stage when we were on full power all the way through. Perhaps they were using enhancements, I don't know, but the procs weren't working for me, the matchups weren't working for me, and I lost again. And it's a 2 days or 2 and a bit days of effort just down the drain, because you're having to power up an awful lot more because so many people have got so many of the same cards, and it's going to get worse when people have got these hardies. So I'm going to retire.
It's so hardy.
As Ninja Boy says, you just use it to power cards up, but it doesn't help then when the pulls that you're getting are just support cards all the time.
Talking of pulls.
Talking of pulls, I have had some good news. Some very good news this morning. I'll just show you my cards. Going to WrestleMania 33. So new that he's not fully juiced up yet. But he's
a good one.
Seth Rollins arrived this morning.
Seth freaking Rollins.
As I was just chiselling away on some early rounds of Road to Glory. And if we just go on to the Road to Glory, show us where you are, Ninja Boy. As you can see, I'm on Bazza, 110 points into Bazza.
20 even.
And 120 points into Bazza. The points are amassing.
You underrated yourself.
While I'm talking. So we're just going to keep chiselling on and have a little chat and just see how life goes. So you're going to put the lads down and get cracking. As I mentioned, through this long saga of us trying to get some building work done here, repairing a leak that we've suffered for 5 weeks, would you believe? It's ridiculous. We live in London. It's not the Outer Hebrides. It's not Aleppo, it's London. You would have thought they could have fixed a leak quicker than 5 weeks, but I'm pleased to say, as of yesterday, Thursday evening, they finally found it. They fixed it. We've got hot water. We can have baths.
Yeah.
We've got heating. Not that we need it anymore, because, of course, now it's a lot milder in London. But I'm pleased to say that we have running water. We just don't have any floor left because they've dug most of it up. But that's another matter. So the good thing there is we can now concentrate on doing a few more videos. One of which will be Ninja Boy and his collection from the NWE, which is Ninja Wrestling Entertainment. If you don't know what I mean, it's more of these guys. There's quite a few of you have asked to see what he's got, so you shall see what you shall see.
I'm probably going to do like a champion's history, because whenever someone becomes a champion, I write it down in my special notepad.
He's even got the history of the NWE.
Champion.
Ninja Wrestling Entertainment.
So yeah.
There to be cool.
Plus I do remember how one of the people lost it. Because I do have 3 people who were, well, 4 people who were undefeated yet. Because they are fairly new as well.
Yeah.
And but 2 of them are going to go off in a match, so one of them is going to lose. I'm not going to tell you who they are.
Right. So we've got all that to come. The excitement of the NWE.
Mm-hmm.
Is this going to be one video, or are we going to split it up into a few videos? What do you think?
Well, for the Champions History, you could probably do that in one video.
Right.
And then I could probably show like this match I'm talking about with the 2 unbeaten people where one's going to lose.
Yeah.
I could probably do that on camera in a separate
See,
video.
look, it's got plans. He's not the GM and the owner and general
I was planning
man
to
in
do
charge
my own
of NWE.
personal pay-per-view to me, but it's just struck me that it would be a good video. One person will get their first pinfall or submission defeat, and I do guarantee it will be by pinfall or submission.
He does guarantee that. You're guaranteed entertainment on the NWE. Right, I'm very close to a reset here, but obviously having pulled Seth Rollins this morning, I'm not expecting anything other than perhaps a that
A chihuahua.
doubler or something. A chihuahua?
Uh-huh.
No, I wasn't expecting a dog. Talking about dogs, it's a bit hot. A hot dog.
Hot dog.
Bit hot dog. Oh yeah, hot dogs. That's our Saturday morning treat. So basically, it's the weekend. Time for the weekend. Get yourself one of these.
Celebrate good times. Come on, come now.
Now, obviously, if you're over 18 in the UK or over 21 in the States, it's a lovely, cool, refreshing amber nectar, otherwise known as beer.
And if you're like me, either have Ribena or Diet Coke.
If you're under 18 in the UK
Or water or milk.
and under 21 in the US, this is apple juice. So there. Right, let's carry on.
Just clear this up, I don't like juice.
You don't? Well, no, you don't. Well, you like blackcurrant juice if that's what Ribena counts as.
No, it counts as Ribena.
Why don't you just stay in the one place instead of jumping up and down like a jack in the box? I promise you, when it comes to him doing his figures, we're not just going to dabble at it. You needed to see the last video to know why I said that.
Hair.
We're not just going to dabble at it, we'll do it properly. That's a promise. That's an NWE promise.
Properly.
How many points were you on? You were on 40, up to 50?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yes,
So,
very nice.
with a couple of days
I
to
have
go.
a cunning plan.
Alright, Baldrick, what's that? You don't know. The cunning plan's just to keep playing and see how far we get.
You're gone.
Realistically, how far do you think... Oh, I've disappeared off camera. You carry on carry on talking.
Realistically, I'd probably get to the Miz WrestleMania 33.
Right.
But I am going to grind a lot, so I'm hoping to get at least one of the Hardys.
Yeah. Well, you deserve one. Having got both the Hardys from Rendon. Domination. It would be a shame if you didn't get at least one of the Hardys. That would be your first ever event pro, wouldn't it, mate?
And that, when it's pro'd,
yeah.
probably actually take me into WrestleMania. There.
That would be cool. Are you... he's nudging me now to tell you a story. I don't know if I should tell... I don't know if I should tell you this story because I think it shows my mentality and perhaps not the best way to...
and our fantastic sense of humour.
Best way to behave. But basically, yesterday, whilst the plumbers were still here, everything was all over the place. Obviously, trying to cook meals has been pretty difficult as well. So I agreed to drive Ninja Boy to McDonald's. He didn't know I was going to do that.
And we got some Monopoly cards too.
I picked
that again.
All right, don't interrupt the story then if I'm going to tell the story.
I'm just adding something in.
Well, you don't need to add something because I hardly started the story. Anyway, his mum wrote down a list of what we wanted, which was one hamburger, one fillet of fish.
For her.
It was also for her. 20 nuggets. She's laughing because she's sitting over there. 20 nuggets, which we share because obviously we're small.
Yeah, we're not greedy.
And 2 large fries. So
one for me, one for her.
That was on the list. You can see which one's the fatty. So that was it. 1 hamburger, 1 fillet, 20 nuggets, and 2 fries. But I was saying to Ninja Boy in the car on the way to McDonald's, why do people have to call it a fillet of fish? It's like you don't go up to the counter and go, I want a fillet. A fillet, do you? It's just like it's a fillet of fish or something. You hear people say, "Oh, can I have a fillet?" So anyway, we pulled in to the drive-through window, and I said in my clearest English voice of the Queen's realm,
1 hamburger,
a nation, one hamburger, and 1 fear. And she said, I beg your pardon? I said, 1 fear. She said, I'm sorry, I don't understand you. I said, well, how long have you worked at McDonald's? Don't you know what a fear is?
It was so funny.
She's like, I'm sorry, sir, I can't hear you.
This is nicely made up. This is actually what happened.
This is actually true. I said, 1 Fill it, please. Oh, yeah.
No, that part isn't true. She didn't say fair.
No, but what got me was Ninja Boy didn't know whether to be extremely embarrassed or kill himself laughing in the back of the car.
I was killing myself laughing. I knew which one to do.
He was certainly going red in the face. I think he was sort of
with laughter.
Lacking some oxygen. So that was just our little way of getting through the day yesterday. It's not quite on a par with Impractical Jokers, but it's about the closest we get in real life.
Yeah.
And I'm pleased to say his mum finished first.
What? To be fair.
And notice she's not denying that either. There's no voice from the background saying, "Don't say that."
Plus, just clearing up, I would have finished first, but I had to go to the toilet.
Okay, so obviously Ninja Boy was hampered in his efforts to finish first, because that's what we do in this house. We buy food and then we try and see who can eat it the fastest, because that's the healthy thing to do. Get yourself some McDonald's and eat it as fast as you can, and then wash it down with your apple juice. That's what we do in this house. Right, back to more boring things. Right, who is that?
Yeah, what is that cackling, laughing voice?
Who knows? Is it Sarge? No. Is it Rosemary the mild mannered? God, she's off. She's gone. We've lost her.
Turn the camera.
Don't turn the camera. We want to retain viewers. We want to add subscribers. We don't want to lose people. It's hard enough getting subscribers without scaring them away.
The other way.
Right, so there we go.
What?
What? What?
What? Why did you bring that up? That was ages ago.
What? Why is she asking us about the nativity play from church? Oh, right, okay. Oh, no, I pressed the wrong one. I didn't want to do that. I pressed a 2-pointer. I've been too ham-fisted. Oh, I might as well carry on.
Glorious, glorious.
I don't want to cut out of it. I have to say, I'm very fortunate in the last few years. I got to meet Kurt Angle through work. He came into the office where I worked in London when I was based in an office. And had a picture taken with him. For some reason, he found our coffee quite amusing. So there's a picture of him holding a cup of our coffee and laughing, and I'm stood next to him, giving the old "It's Kurt Angle," pretty much like I did when I was next to Hulk Hogan, going, "It's Hulk Hogan." There's quite a nice picture of me with Bobby Roode. He was in TNA at the time, and he came in with his championship belt, and I'm trying to take it off him. But I look a bit different then, because I was wearing a suit for starters.
You had different hair.
And I was a bit more
fatter.
Oh, thanks very much. I was a bit more office presentable. I was only slightly plumper, because it's very difficult to do anything in an office.
It's because you've been with me is why you're now slim.
Yeah, you keep giving me the runaround all the time. That's what it is. Got to stay fit to try and keep up with Ninja Boy. Yes, when you've got an office job where you're sitting at a desk 14 or 15 hours a day in very stressful conditions. It's very easy to eat your dinner and your lunch and your breakfast at your desk in not very healthy conditions, and you're not digesting your food very well. A much better quality of life working from home, as I do now. Just haven't got any money. But, you know, that's the breaks. You take your choices, decide what you want to do in life, and then you just go with it. And you make it work. However you want to make it work. Right, Ninja Boy, are you have you stopped because you're running out of bouts, or are you just having a chat with your mum in general?
Just pranking her.
You're pranking her? What are you doing?
The camera is always connected to me, so I just went and looked at her, but then I told her it is.
Well, you're trying to pretend you're wearing some sort of helmet camera. Look, now I've messed up. I should have got Baron Corbin then, because I did the 2-pointer.
I got 6 pics? I'm pretty sure that was a clean. I don't remember losing.
Didn't know, man. I didn't know what's going on. I don't know. What did you get? 6 is an odd number though. Surely you would get 4 or 8.
No, 6 is for a win. 9 is for a perfect.
Right. Oh, what? And you got a perfect?
No, perfect is not.
Yeah, but well, why were you complaining that you hadn't got enough picks?
Because they had 0.
Who had 0?
My opponent, that was their score. 0.
Right.
So it should have been a perfect.
Yeah, so you should have had 9, which is what I said, and then you just went...
No, you said, so you had a perfect.
Well, you
It
just
doesn't
said,
matter.
you just,
Come on, back to banter.
You just said you did have a perfect. They had 0. I'll have 1 hamburger, 1 fur, 20 nuggets, 2 large, finest fries. Right, I'm probably on my last bout here. What are you doing?
Pretending to film my mouth.
Leave your poor mum alone. I think she's had enough hassle from us today. That is the first match I've lost. That's the first one, I think, wasn't it?
No, you've lost a few with Carmela and Nikki.
I've been too busy talking.
It's 2-2.
Yeah, actually, I've got nowhere near my fullest deck here, of course. I've got... the reason I'm bothering doing Carmela and Nikki is just for pair-ups, because I've got, for Alexa Bliss, the best right arrow I've got at the moment is Nia Jax Pro. So, that's the Alexa Bliss event card. So, having pulled a single Nikki Bella, I thought, well, I might as well feed her up just in case I pull another one. Seeing as I'm pulling ultimate cards in these King of the Rings. But also with Carmela, I've got so many down yellows. So many down. And that's not good for me. Because I have to put...
yeah, it's unhealthy for you.
I have to put Lita as my single female, and I have to use Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax as my pairing when I do King of the Ring. And I want to obviously use Alexa as the single, so I need an up arrow to go with Lita, who's a down, down, deeper and down. Right. I think I am done there. Now what Ninja Boy is going to have to do, probably, a bit later... Oh yeah, sorry, that's something I didn't finish saying, which I was going to say. So many people have been going on about how the 2 Hardy cards, one of them's going to be okay to get, the second one's going to be really tough to get. Well, until somebody's actually finished, how do you know? I mean, I've not checked Twitter in the last few hours. I'm sure there must be people now after a couple of days who've just been doing nothing but playing SuperCard and have finished it, and will know the answer to this. But
how do you know?
All the people sort of predicting doom and gloom, you know, I don't think that's necessarily the case. I'm going to stop there, buddy. I don't think that's necessarily the case at all. I think it could just be the fact. Well, it's going to be long. It's going to be long because obviously there's the bigger cards. What's the matter? What's the matter now?
It's still with 5 picks remaining.
5 picks remaining. Why did it do that? Oh well, you've probably run out of. You've probably filled up your enhancements or something. That's probably what it is.
I reached card limit, but it didn't say.
It didn't tell you. What a swizz. Anyway, there you go. There's rather a lot of information and insight into our lives here at BadLadDad HQ. I hope you've enjoyed this latest video. Now that we've got the lighting and heating and running water and like 21st century facilities, we may be able to bang out a few more videos for you. We're obviously going to come back before the end of this Road to Glory, perhaps on Sunday, to show you how we're getting on. And do let us know how you're doing. And if you've already reached that second Hardy card and you've been powering through, Ninja Boy particularly be interested here, because my last Road to Glory, I was maximum pointing all through. So I'm expecting a long but fairly comfortable ride. But Ninja Boy obviously still on the in ranked mode.
Ultimate plus in RTG.
So it's going to be interesting to see where the wall hits. But he is going to use the the uncommon card trick, which if you don't know what that is, explain very, very briefly. Get yourself a deck made entirely of uncommon cards. Have 2 very good support cards put in, and basically you'll be playing people more or less who've got pretty much the same cards, but because you've got these great support cards, you'll win 10-2, 11-1, whatever. But you will also come across a few other people doing the same trick. because more and more people have cottoned on to
But
that.
my support cards are power, charisma, and toughness, speed.
So it covers all bases. That's what you got to do in life. You got to cover all bases and make sure you order yourself every time you go to McDonald's. Anyway, that's it, people. Thanks ever so much for watching. Do the usual, please. Give us as many likes as you can down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see some more of this nonsense and hear some more of what goes on behind the scenes.
Some great fun.
And our wonderful lives here at BLDHQ. And don't forget also, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, and Twitter. A bit of banter on Twitter. And until we see you next time, have a fantastic weekend. And until the next video, you stay cool.
There.